What's up, guys? So today I just got off work. It's hot. We're in the Camaro and we're gonna go help Randy. Randy has some issues going on with the GTO, so we're gonna go help him. I got my computer in the back and he wants to see the HP tuner so he can see if he pinned the wires correctly for his intake air temperature sensor. And yeah, let's show you guys there. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's definitely a fire somewhere. Super cloudy. Doing.
Oh shit, too far. Oh, that looks good right there. Watch, I'm about to push it fucking back too far the other way now.
Let's see,
What's it at? 34 degrees Celsius?
34.
That's 93.2. We have apps for this shit.
What you got going on over here?
Fuck if I know. 33.
You ain't seen me.
Order from Round Table, that's like 4 pizzas.
No, the one thing they do to the Jose is get this car out of here and then it's time to get drunk for the rest of the day.
What are you working on? Ferraris and Lamborghinis?
My cousin's Rolls Royce right now.
Your cousin's Rolls Royce?
My uncle at Mod, he has his fucking, Bro, it's Monday, leave me alone. You get the candy? The candy's pretty good, huh?
I did get the candy.
It's because the day you let me borrow, you said, can you bring some?
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
That's official Charlie. That's official Charlie. All females follow Charlie.
The motor? The guy in there is the motor? Or what?
Guy in there, all Spanish-speaking females follow Charlie. Spanish-speaking only because he can't speak a damn word of English.
Where are you going? That thing's never gonna run. Never. Shout out to Mango for doing my AC on the Camaro. I need to get started on this thing. I've been procrastinating and it's not good. Alex finished up the Supercharger. I don't even know what you call this thing. But he welded this V-band back on there. And look at the inside. Man, that's clean. And I'm not here to talk crap about anyone's work. But, you know, I seen that compared to like this. I was like, oh, yeah. Let's see if we can zoom in. Yeah, we're going to have to redo all of this. I don't know. I really like the way he did that, so hopefully we can redo this to look like that. This is a little beat up anyways, and there's a lot of metal shavings from when I blew the Supercharger. And, again, the Supercharger was no one's fault but mine. I sucked in a coupler that I left loose, and the impeller blew apart. So now we have that ready to go. Shout out to Christian. He put my Innovators West 10 rib pulley on the water pump. Now I can put that back on, put the Supercharger back on. There's the new intercooler. So Alex has to make that V-band fit on that intercooler. The blow-off valve on that intercooler, all of the brackets, that fitting on that intercooler. And if he wants to change up the way the piping goes, that's up to him. But I got to do that. I need to do my return lines to the new regulator and install the new tank with new pumps. That's one of the pumps. And then I have I don't even know where it is, but I have a surge tank somewhere right there. There's a surge tank that I'm going to put with the stock tank so that I can fit more fuel in this thing. I'm tired of not having enough fuel to be driving around the streets. So I have to build these lines. This is my current return. I don't like how my regulator's sitting over there. I bought the Motion Works bracket for the Aeromotive regulator, but then I bought a For Innovations regulator. So now I have to make those go to there and run my return line down in the bottom of the manifold, as well as I can either tuck my flex fuel sensor somewhere, or I can leave it there. It's probably best to leave it there so I can access it if I need to, just because everything's so tight in this car. My goal is just to get this thing back up and going. We're doing pretty much a new fuel system with a stock gas tank and a surge tank and 3 new pumps. We're doing the Dutch Works 300 and 2 450s in the surge tank. Pretty much back to kind of the way it was. The fuel cell is just, I'm good off that. I hate having to fill up every 2 runs. And not only that, I don't compete in the car. So I want to be able to use the stock fuel neck, as well as my whole plan when I was building this car was to build a crazy street car, you know? And then after doing the diff and the fuel cell, just downhill from there. I was like, nope, this shit's annoying to drive. And I can only make it like 3 freeway exits before it runs out of fuel. So now, putting the stock gas tank back in, they did say they make some gears that are quieter for the quick change, but they don't recommend it. So I probably have to deal with that for a while. Probably just drive it with earplugs because it is super loud inside. It echoes super bad. And we're waiting on the new angle kit. I know I just got this one, and it's all powder coated. But I'm really debating on painting that car the exact same way. Probably putting these seats in there, since these seats are a little too clean for this car. Like, I probably need to do some black seats in here. So I'll probably throw those in there so I can daily that car, as well as angle kit. Probably do the same wheels and go talk to my dad about painting it the same color. As well as I need to paint the front end on this. But one of my goals is to really register the other GTO and daily that for a while. So I can stop dailying my diesel. Diesel is crazy right now on fuel price, but GTO is not going to be much better. But also, it'll take away from putting a lot more wear and tear on the truck, since I do need that to tow. I need that to be reliable. So today, work on this, and yeah, we'll see what we get done. I have no motivation, so I'm trying to motivate myself to get stuff done. Well, let me put the screen. Found some metal shavings in there. It's kind of hard to see. I got some out with my finger. This one you can see a little better. So there's definitely metal shavings in there. Let's see these. There's a little bit in there. These aren't too bad, I don't think. You can see a little bit on my finger. They're very, very fine, so I don't know if I should sand it the way it is. Look, you can see this one right here. Damn it. So now I should probably pull the intake manifold apart. See what it's looking like in there. It's not too good. I was just hoping to pull the heads, throw some new lifters in. But I've been waiting just for some parts, and looks like the motor might have to be rebuilt. Not exactly sure. I'm very tempted just to throw some lifters in and call it good. But at the same time, I don't know. Don't know if I want to risk blowing this thing up. So I literally just pulled this guy off. Looks pretty clean. Doesn't look like there's any metal shavings on this side of it. Then I'm looking at this. I'm like, what do I see wrong here? What in the world? And how did this... What? Doesn't look there's any metal shavings in here either, but why was this just chilling there? So, I got this guy back on. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not exactly sure. These all move, and this one is super tight. Not exactly sure how that thing came off, but I guess, I don't know if it was sitting off, came off. See, it's dirty. Debating on pulling the heads. Probably going to do a compression test. Kind of pissed off at myself on the whole supercharger situation. Cost me a lot of money to get another supercharger, for one. Two, now the motor might be trash. Debating on doing a compression test and seeing if at least the rings are good. If the rings are good, pull the heads, change the lifters, throw new head gaskets on there, and guess call it good. I don't know what else to do. That's kind of where I'm at with it. All right, so time to do a compression check. I think there's still power to the car. Let's see. Looks like it's at. So that's it for tonight. I did do a compression check. Shoot. I lost the paper somewhere. Well, I'll put the picture on here. But I did a compression check, and I'm not sure if that's normal or not. I'm waiting for one of these engine builders to hit me back. Just let that sit on there for now. I did, however, notice that some of the plugs, let's see if we can get a good look at that. That's rust. I think that's good. So I am going to pull the heads. I think that lifter's probably squealing because I guess when you let E85 sit in there, it tends to rust everything. Now, that does not sound good. So we're going to pull the lifters out. Hopefully the cam doesn't have any rust on it. If it does, that has to come out. It's just going to be a domino effect. So tomorrow, I'm going to finish pulling some parts off. You guys will probably won't see the next video. You probably won't see the next video till next week on Monday. I'll have all of it taken apart, and we'll see what else is there, as in damage. I'll probably post this on Thursdays. Today will probably be Thursday morning. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I really want to finish this thing for SEMA, so just going to have to make a choice. Do I bring this GTO back to SEMA, or do I just take just the Ute? The only downfall with the Ute is I can't really blow the tires off of this like I would the GTO, Those wide body over fenders are probably not hard to make, but I can't make them, and nor do I have the funds to make them, and I'm probably not going to be able to find somebody to make them for me. But I do want to have that done and driving for SEMA. I have everything pretty much besides the fuel system. So if I can source out some injectors and some of the fab work. I have an intercooler sitting up there. Intercooler ready to go. I have to buy a blow-off valve. I have to buy injectors and pretty much all the fuel lines and stuff like that. And yeah, tune it. I have to do that and this car before then. I had a tune date set up for August 5th. I'm still going to try to meet that with this thing, but we'll see as it goes. Honestly, if I find more damage, I'm just going to pull the plug and push it in the backyard, and we'll move over to the Ute. Might just throw all the setup in the Ute, and go from there. So we're going to start taking the heads off. Got to get all of my harness out of the way. So all of this has to get unplugged. Get it all out of the way. Got to take the grounds off. I'm going to start off with this head first because this head's making the noise. So I want to see what the lifters are looking like, and I'm probably going to send these out to powder coating. Might match the paint down there. I think it'll look pretty cool if we did that, as well as that bracket. I was thinking of doing the Supercharger, but at the same time, all of my stuff is polished up front, so I kind of like the polished look. One thing I did learn was this right here, the coolant crossover. So I learned this at SEMA. So Spike Chan was out there, and he was out there going for like 10 minutes off the limiter. I'm like, dude, how is this car not overheating, you know? And my car's always overheating. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I was talking to him, and he told me, it's like, hey, let's see how your cooling setup is set up. So we looked, and I had the coolant crossovers just on the two front heads tapped into the water pump. He was like, yeah, you're going to get air in the system like that, you know? So I ran this coolant crossover kit with the line all the way back to the radiator in the trunk. So that actually goes into a swirl pot, and then I can show you guys how that's set up as well later on. But after doing that, this car does not overheat. The hottest it gets max is like 230, and so that helped out. I'm gonna run this Ford Innovations fuel pressure regulator right here down the valley cover, and I'm gonna run some heat on the fuel line because obviously don't want that to burst or get too hot, you know. Got to get all this crap out. Probably gonna vacuum that up. So my goal is to get that head off, get the coil packs off, and see what that's looking like. I might have to rebuild this, but possibly going to send it at SEMA the way it is. So I like to impulsively buy stuff, and I have like a certain car fund that I can use to fund my fun having cars. If I have to rebuild this, the second GTO that's outside is going to get sold. As well as I have to finish that for SEMA, and I'd rather finish that, have that done, instead of building a whole nother car. Then that's going to get pushed back. My Impala is going to get pushed back. So my main goal is to get this done, painted before SEMA, get that done, paint the small stuff on that, get it up and going as much as I need before SEMA. I want to do the interior on that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it before SEMA because that's really close. Even though most of it's already out, so I could order everything and have him do the interior. I'm just, it's a very strong debate on that and what to do. I know the Australians always do like the tan or the red, and it looks super cool, even though it's not a real huge thing out here. A lot of the trucking guys do it, you know, so it's not really my thing. But I really want to do like the Australian theme on that car. So I might do it all red interior, leave the outside white, and do some cool brakes. So I got the head out. I cleaned it with a little bit of acetone. Just cleaned around the edges, cleaned the valves. I also poured it to see if it would leak through. People say if the valve is bent, it should leak through. I also cleaned the top of the pistons. Made sure none of it got into the actual cylinder bore. But, I mean, it doesn't look the best. This thing looks like it has some marks in there. You know, maybe that's normal, maybe it's not. I don't know. To me, I don't think some of that stuff is normal, but I don't know as well. I don't build motors. So, gonna check the lifters. I'm gonna put new lifters in it either way. So, we got the old head gaskets out. I need to run some type of a water wetter or coolant because everything was getting a little corroded with just running some just straight distilled water. I'm gonna put some Johnson lifters in. I already had them in there, but it was making some funny squealing sounds, so I thought maybe it'll be the lifters. So I'm gonna try putting new lifters in. I cleaned all the top of the pistons and the heads, cleaned them up. So I'm gonna throw new lifters, new head gaskets in, and yeah, call it good and see what happens. If it works, then cool. I know it's the lifters. If not, then we know we have another issue. All right, so we got it all off. You can see on some of the cylinders, it looks like it had fuel or something sitting in there. So if you look at this one, I'm sure that's not good down there besides those grooves as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna send it for now. Once it starts smoking, obviously rebuild it. If I have to, I'll buy a new block. But the heads are cleaned. The block is cleaned, ready for the new head gaskets. The new lifters are soaking. So today is Saturday, Sunday. put the new lifters in, push rods, head gaskets, put that all back together. I'm going to try to reuse the old header gaskets. I might have to get new ones. These headers, no matter what gaskets you use, they leak. So obviously they're bent, you know. I probably need to get them shaved down so they're nice and flat. And I have to reroute the fuel line. So I plan on doing that during the week, getting the water pump back on, and my supercharger, and then drop it off to Alex Lopez and have him do all the intercooler piping for it. So we got it somewhat back together now. I know I said I was going to be dropping this Thursday. It is Tuesday, or it's Monday now, so happy 4th of July. You guys are going to be watching this Tuesday. If you are watching it, maybe you're watching it some other day, who knows. But it is somewhat back together. We got the water pump on. I did see that some of the alignment on the water pump doesn't look like it's going to be too straight for the belt. I might have to press this on a little more. I have to get thread sealer for some of these bolts, so those aren't done yet. Obviously, new head gaskets, new lifters. The valve covers are going to powder coating, so is this bracket. So I got to wait on that to put the coil packs, alternator, obviously all that accessories on. I have to get some fittings for the intake manifold because I want the fuel pressure regulator to have its own vacuum line. I like running everything to have its own vacuum line directly to the intake manifold. And then after that, it's just pretty much cleaning everything and sending it to Alex. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hear all the fireworks going off. And I appreciate it, you know. Hopefully the next video will be this thing running. Or it'll probably honestly be getting dropped off to Alex, then it running. Again, thank you guys, and make sure you guys like and subscribe. See ya.